Episode number 6, Ask the Boss. Let's get it done. We're short on time tonight. It's Friday night, it's late. We kind of slacked this week on this video because we were busy getting the store open. As you can see, it's coming along. We still got a lot of graphics and stuff to do, but we have probably 2/3 of our inventory in the system now. Just working through stuff, just got a cooler in the front. So we're rolling. Our goal is to be open next Saturday, so in 8 days, Dulles Nutrition Corner. We're gonna do a soft opening and then more info coming soon about our grand opening. We always do a pretty kick-ass event with some different fitness celebrities and whatnot. So Patrick, cue the questions.
All right, Dan Bro Fitness asks, before a show, how long do you give yourself and what is the most amount of cardio you've had to do for a show? A lot of these people ask 3 questions in one. So.
How long do I give myself? So for the Yorton Cup this past year, I believe it was about 24 weeks to the Yorton Cup, 22 weeks to Cape Cod, and 25 weeks to the NPC show. That was back when I competed in 2014. So, you know, I never get out of shape in the off season, but you still need really 6 months to get to that, you know, ridiculous, you know, lean level that you need to be at the top of your game, and so, or at least to be a contender. So I recommend if you think you can get ready in 16 weeks, take 24, take at least 20. And then you can get ready ahead of time and start eating into the show, which is what I did this past year, and it worked. It was phenomenal to be able to do that. Just keeping your energy high the last couple of weeks with increased food, and you just get fuller and tighter. So give yourself lots of time, more time than you need. I take about 6 months. What was the other part of his question?
Next part is in the off season, how much weight do you put on? With that weight, how much fat to muscle? Which I don't know how to answer that. But.
I never measure body fat. Never when I'm lean. Never when I'm growth season. I compete. I like to say that I'm probably stage ready, 193, 195, and then I'll deplete down lower than that and carb up to 200. So I would say my stage weight, stage ready, I'm probably 194, 195, and in the growth season, honestly, I haven't weighed myself for probably 4 months. I'm probably 215 right now. I'll get up to 220, something like that. So I mean, between 20 and 30 pounds is where I'm comfortable. And you know, if I'm 200 pounds, it's what, about 10% of my body weight. I fluctuate, and that's so when I come down, it's about 1 pound a week. That's generally what I do, and that's where I feel comfortable. But I don't get out of shape in the off season. You know, I still try to keep the lines and the abs and things like that.
All right, moving on. Mickey C92, what are your thoughts on carb backloading, mainly for people training at night after dinner?
Carb back. So usually when people say backloading, it's like backloading in the week towards the show. They're saying.
I think carb backloading during the day is like you keep it pretty low carb during the day.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I think that's a good idea. You know, I think the optimal times. You know, I think having some carbs for breakfast is important, so you're not just dragging, you know, the whole day. But loading up your carbs later in the day before you train, I think it's a great idea. And to be honest with you, the carbs, I don't eat carbs after 8 o'clock. That's ridiculous. You know, put your carbs around when you train. So I mean, if you're training at midnight, you have to. That's when you have to train. Put heavy carb meals before and after your training. So I think it's a good idea.
All right. Let's see. This is a cool one from Taylor Gatt. What is your favorite gym to train at?
So, I really like variety. Right now, I train at Export Fitness mostly. I train at Gold's Gym, and I train at my house. But really, I like traveling to different gyms, you know, and really I have favorites for the body part. You know, like if I'm training legs, the Gold's Gym out in Annandale, I love training at. You know, if I'm training chest, you know, I like to train at Export, you know, things like that. So it really depends on the day, but I like the variety. I like the different machines. I really like going to different places when I'm training legs.
What about, so not in general, like on a weekly basis, but what's one of the coolest places you've trained at when you traveled?
The old Gold's Gym in Las Vegas that they closed down That was crazy. That was awesome. That's where like kind of where Jay Cutler used to train. I think it was on Sahara or something like that. That was amazing. That was they had like 8 different hack squats. So you can find the one that's like perfect for you. That was an amazing gym. I've been in a lot of cool gyms. None that really stick out necessarily in my mind, but that one definitely does.
All right.
Come on, my breath mint's running out, man.
Hey, man, this is on the fly. I'm trying to pick these questions. I'm trying to go business here.
All right.
There's 2 people talking about the UK. Rob Samuel asked, do we deliver to the UK? He needs some Fury in his life and some apparel. And then Lewis Bones.
Yeah, so you can order Fury. Go to our website. We'll ship to the UK. We're currently working on getting some distribution in the UK. We seem to have a lot of demand, but we don't have, a distributor for Fury in the UK. So if you know anybody, your favorite retailers, have them hit us up, info@corenutritionals.com, and we'll make it happen. There's been a lot of demand, especially with the new Fury rolling out, the new formula. So yeah, I think you need it in your life too.
Yeah, they do. Where are we at?
Well, you were asking. There was another business question.
Lewis Bones is also from the UK. He just says chuck some apparel to Predator Nutrition, so we can crush it and represent.
Yeah, man. Reggie, you have my email. When you're ready to carry Fury, hit me up. Predator, they've carried some of our products. We don't seem to move a lot of products to them, but hopefully in 2016 we'll be able to work with them a little bit more. But we'll see.
I can go ask a couple more. How you feeling?
Let's go.
All right. Pursuit of Fitness 08. What are things you do in the off season, both training and nutrition, that you feel separates you from the competition?
Is that Schmoopy?
I don't know.
Is that
Who's Schmoopy?
Is that Schmoopy?
Who's Schmoopy?
That was Patrick Schmoopy asking a question. What are the things that I think separate me? What are the things I do in the off season that separate me?
Yeah.
So honestly, I've said this before, and I don't think dieting is rocket science. Most intelligent bros know how to eat. They're hitting their macros, they're eating the right foods, their nutrient timing's on point. I don't think that's what separates, the good from the great, or, the terrible from the average. I really think it comes down to training intensity and consistency. Like in the last 18 years, knock on wood, there's really been no major thing that has happened in my life. Man, I really should knock on wood. Hold on. That has caused me to take a man, I don't even want to say this, so forget that. I won't even go there. But I've been consistent. I don't just be like, oh man, this week I'm just really run down, or I'm super busy, I'm just gonna not train. I'm training, because I love to train. And so literally I'm doing this all the time, consistently for 18, 19 years now. So consistency is one, and intensity. Like every workout I'm trying to make progress. I don't go in there just to go in there. I can't stand that. Like, oh, I just want to get it over, and I'm just going to go through the motions. Oh, my program says 12 reps, let's do 12 reps. I don't think that way. I really want to make progress every time, and not every time I'm hitting a PR. I'm going through a couple little injuries now, so really I'm finding new ways to challenge myself. Today, I've been having some knee issues, so for hamstrings, I usually throw some quad exercises or some compound exercises in there. Today I was like, man, I just got to give my knee a break. So I did 10 sets of 10 laying leg curls, heavy, 10 sets of 10 seated leg curls, heavy, 10 sets of 10 one leg standing leg curl, heavy, and then I did 10 sets of 20 superset, 10 sets of 10 donkey calf to like another calf machine. It took me an hour and 15 minutes, and like I was pumped, right? And so even though mentally, I was like, oh man, I didn't get to squat, or I did deadlift or something like that, I found a way to keep the intensity high by using different intensity techniques. In this one, it was volume. So I think being creative in keeping your intensity up in one way or the other is huge. You got to do that every day, so I think the training is very important. And I think that's what separates me a little.
And you always say about progressing.
Yeah.
So I think I see you with like a notepad. Are you consistently writing all your workouts down?
I have a stack of notepads that if I stack them up, the little fat books that you can get at CVS, I think it's probably about this high. And so I've been doing that since I started. So I literally have every notebook. And the funny thing is I'm kind of like, I'm weird. I remember the day that I did this lift for this many reps, and I kind of can go right to where it is in the book and check. So
you're a numbers guy.
Yeah, I'm a numbers guy. So I do that, and it's like, I might not be able to, beat what I did the last workout, but I'm going to find a way to up the intensity somehow. So having that notebook and looking back so that I'm not just kind of staying mediocre or just staying at the same level is important. So I think tracking is a really good habit.
Do you write notes to yourself? You suck. Like, that was terrible.
No, I don't write.
The meaning face.
I say, you're awesome, Doug. No. But I do write notes like, knee hurts or felt strong. Stuff like that. All right, my breath mint is running out. So until next time, crush it.